Hey guys. Hey. That's a little off. Wait. Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to 2021 Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've been here, and I want to first start off by sharing the stream. And I have something good too, so I want to share it out real quick. And let's see, get some people in here. I hope you guys are excited. This is the first time on Hello World where we're having an actual live, drawing, painting, or whatever from an artist, and none other than our very own Artfully Blind with Diana. So it's going to be good. If you have questions for her, definitely put the questions marks before and after. I'm over here just sharing out the stream. YouTube. And let me just try this. Let me see if anybody came through. I know it's been a while, but I appreciate you guys for being here. Hey, 12 Bells. Hi, Edward. Hey, Just Sean. How y'all doing? I hope you guys are excited. How was your day? Anyway, I just want to do this with you guys. So let me tell you how my day went. I woke up this morning. I went to work. Work was good. And that's about it. It was a productive day. I got a lot of things done, and I'm excited about that. I got a lot of personal things done, and I also took care of some business things. But what I wanted to show you guys, I got this card. It's a Christmas card on December 24th, and I didn't even know it was there, so we'll open it together. Of course, it's a holiday card, a Christmas card. And let's see who it's from. Oh, this is pretty. It says, ho, ho, ho. Aw. Aw. I guess I could share it with you guys. It says, Joy. I'm so happy that we've met through YouTube. Every encounter I've had with you so far leaves me with a smile on my face. Thank you for that. Keep shining. And this is from, I don't know if I should say who it's from, but I don't know. I don't know because I don't know if they want me to share that. But definitely another YouTuber, either a YouTuber or a supporter sent me this. So I'm thankful that I got this. I was saving this for when I came on. I only got it in the mail on Saturday because I guess they had a hard time finding my box. But yeah, it's a great day spending with your family. Hey, Eric, how are you? Good to see you. I'm glad you guys are here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to be interviewing Diana while she is finishing up or creating something really amazing. And before the night is over, she is willing to give it away. And as long as you're in the 48 states of the US, you will get that to you. So please stick around. Hey, we have a member. We have a member, and it's Patty D. Hey, Patty. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm like so excited to be here with you guys. All right, so I'm going to, oh, snap. So yeah, I can't see the comments on the StreamYard, but I want to introduce you guys. Maybe this is the first time you've ever met her before. Maybe it's the second, but I want you to get to know Artfully Blind with Diana. I want you to go and show her some support. She does a lot of different things on her channel, and she's also been very supportive of Be the Difference Clothing. She has supported with books. She supported with, putting short videos up about my business. She even did a spotlight this past holiday to like kind of get everybody to support some local YouTubers and such. So I want to introduce to you guys for the first time, maybe not, to Artfully Yours, Diana. And please give her a round of applause. Hey.
Hi. Yes, nobody's going to be able to see my face. You're going to only, because I don't have two cameras, like a camera looking at me and a camera looking at my artwork. So you'll be looking at my hands creating. I already started it just a little bit. I'm going to add many more layers. And this is not what I'm giving away. I'll show you what the picture I am giving away.
Okay.
A portrait.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank
How
you.
long did it take for you to do that?
Yeah. I think it's one, maybe two, maybe 2 hours, maybe.
Oh, okay. And what kind of
2 or more hours?
What kind of is that like?
That's mixed media. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yes, mixed media. Soft chalk pastel, which I'm using tonight, and also Arteza brush pens. They have a brush. They have a brush pen, a brush nib. Like the nib is a brush actually, but they're brush pen markers, which are like watercolors. So, like mixed media, yeah, brush pen, watercolor brush pens, and soft chalk pastel.
Oh, that is beautiful. I think that's beautiful. So you guys stick around to the end so that you can possibly win this beautiful piece. It's an original, okay, guys? You know how I am about originals.
Yeah, it's not a print.
No. Yep. It's an original by Artfully Blind with Diana. So Diana, if you want to get started, you can go ahead and, finish up. And I'm going to ask you a few questions. Hopefully it doesn't distract you too much.
Okay.
But how long have you been on YouTube?
Oh, 5 years. Okay. And actually it was 5 years, end of November. But it was just yesterday that I got my first 6 subscribers on YouTube. So starting at the end of November till January 11th, 2016, I had no subscribers, and I got my first 6 subscribers on January 11th, 2016.
Wow. How do you feel the road has been since then?
Oh, goodness. It's a hard road. Oh yeah. When I first started, I was working full time, teaching in a public school, teaching in a public school, inner city art to elementary school children for 25 years. I did that for 25 years, and it was the last 2 years while I was working that I started YouTube, and it was a great hobby. I really liked it. It was a really fun hobby. I just loved making videos, and it was a really great hobby for my work. I mean, yeah.
That's cool. Do you think that by adding this as your hobby, you were able to get like more intricate with your work?
You mean like my artwork or teaching work?
Artwork and teaching, were you even more inspired because you started your hobby?
Oh, it changed. It kind of, like, did I do see? No, but the thing is, I learned some other kinds of, never had learned about art journaling. See, I've always knew about, artists keep a sketchbook, but in YouTube, I'd learned about art journaling, and that's kind of new kind of art that I had not known about before. But basically I came to YouTube knowing really a lot about art. Like I have the MFA, which is the Masters in Fine Art in art, which is the terminal degree. Like the PhD is the terminal degree in other subjects. Well, they don't have the PhD in art for the most part, in very few schools. For the most part, the terminal degree in the fine arts is MFA, and that qualifies you to teach college if you wanted. And so I earned that from the Maryland Institute College of Art. So I come to it like really from a serious background.
Oh, that's really
YouTube was just more like more lighthearted art.
Yeah. So what do you prefer, like the lighthearted art or like the intricate? Like I have my master's and PhD in art,
Yeah, and that's kind of weird, like having that, because it's that the way art is like I didn't really learn, the things I learned is like you learned a bunch there, and it was a 4-year program because I only went for 6 weeks every summer, and it was a 4-year, but I didn't I learned some things, but I keep learning. I don't know. It's like what I learned there. It wasn't the stop. It wasn't the end of the road of learning. I learned some things. I was exposed to certain kinds of thought processes, but that's I don't know. I just keep. It's just I keep learning. So
Now, what you're creating there, is that freehand or did you already have a sketch?
no, no, I drew it freehand.
Okay.
I used a ruler. And this is I looked at a bunch of different reference photos and then just came up with and got inspiration and then came up with my own idea for the composition.
Okay.
Yeah, I drew it freehand, right? I didn't do a sketch ahead of time, but I just I drew it on the paper. I have drawn this picture before, kind of so it was easy. So I know I have drawn this before. But it'll still be different. But
no, I think that's pretty cool because some people, like, I've done, like, paint and sips, right? And with the paint and sips, there are some where they give you a blank canvas, and then there's some where they actually sketch it for you, and then you just fill in. I kind of like the blank canvas because it's kind of like there's really like no mess up because like you're creating whatever. You don't have to stay inside the lines. I like that. So like, I think that's pretty dope that you're, doing this freehand per se,
Oh yeah, that's how I usually work. The thing is, the challenge is really coming up with your own idea. I get influenced so much by seeing what other people do, like, oh wow, and then I'm like, but I can't copy it, and I'm influenced by it, but I need to learn how to be like inspired by something. And I'm kind of learning that a lot better now. Be inspired by something, but not necessarily make it too close to what. There's so much art out there that is just wonderful. You know what I mean? It's like, and then I feel like, okay, what am I going to do that's original?
Right. That I think that's good, and that's a lesson in itself, guys. Like, you can be inspired by different things, but don't copy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get inspiration by so many different things myself, but I always choose to make sure it's so off and extreme, off the wall, that you be like, yeah, now that has to be Joy. You know what I mean? So like, people can identify you from your originality. So guys, please be identifiable. Don't go and copy stuff because nobody's going to know who you truly are, what your true essence is. So,
and when I was in graduate school, I totally did something that was very different. I did do something that was very different, and I thought, okay, like now after I had my show, like that, my thesis show, like your ending show. Oh, like, okay, now I'm going to try to see if I can show it here. I can show it somewhere else. I can show it. And I tried all these places to show it somewhere else, and I couldn't. And that kind of made me upset. Like, well, I did something so original and I couldn't get it. I couldn't show it anywhere else. And
why do you think that is?
What? Why do I think that is?
Yeah.
Maybe it's sometimes that you could say, like, Van Gogh only sold one painting in his whole life. Like, he was an artist for 10 years. So from age 27 to 37, he was just an artist for 10 years. He created hundreds and hundreds of paintings. He only sold one painting. Well, I guess the time wasn't right for people to see him. I'm not saying that. Okay, so the time and place wasn't right for people to appreciate his work. And I just don't really feel like I'm going to go down in history or anything like that. But sometimes you can create art. I feel like maybe that art that I created could be something that people might be interested in. Yeah, like in a few years, they could be interested in a few years from now. Maybe it wasn't the right. Yeah, it can be like not the right time or place. The same thing for YouTube videos. It's just maybe not the right time. And then another time a video can pop and all of a sudden there's an interest in it.
That's true too.
Because of changed circumstances, and all of a sudden people have an interest in something that. So the same thing about art and YouTube videos like that.
And then also, it could also be like who promotes you as well. Sometimes the right person will see it and they'll share it with people.
Oh, yes, contacts are huge. Contacts are huge, and so much of that's even how I got my teaching job. I interviewed a lot of different places, but I really didn't get a job until I had a contact.
Yep, that's usually how it is. So who you know.
And
Now, I would like to ask, now your name is Artfully Blind with Diana.
yeah.
Now, what happened with what I think what makes you even more special is the story behind your name. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh yeah, so I started my channel with Artfully Yours with Diana. And I don't know how I came up with that. I don't know. I was thinking of names. I don't remember. I just remember I was thinking of names. And somehow I came up with Artfully Yours with Diana. And I can't really remember how I picked that. And then now, just recently, in the past 6 months, I decided to change my name to Artfully Blind with Diana because there's a friend of mine who's kind of like a YouTube expert, and his idea was that it could create curiosity. It's more descriptive of who I am, and so it could create curiosity for people if they don't know me. It could create curiosity, make them maybe want to go see my channel. And it's and for when I was doing channel reviews, or even just now, like especially channel reviews, when they saw me using my magnifying glass, so I wouldn't have to explain it because it's in my channel name.
Right. So what happened with your vision?
I was born with an extremely rare retinal disease. Both my parents had to have the way you get this very extremely rare retinal disease is that both parents had to have recessive genes to give me this extremely rare retinal disease that I was born with called cone dystrophy. Mm-hmm. And it knocks out it's not rod cone dystrophy. That's a different disease. It's cone dystrophy, and it knocks out your cones. The cones are in charge of your central vision. So my central vision's affected, but not my peripheral. And it also, I have the more rare kind that I had normal vision my whole life until my early 40s. It was not until my early 40s that my vision, that I became legally blind. And I'm fortunate, I'm very grateful that I do not have one of those nasty retinal diseases that will lead to total blindness. This will not lead to total blindness.
Okay. Does it make it hard to make art?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, it depends what kind of art I do. So if I did big, loose abstract paintings, and I don't have to get up close and look, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of art's easier for me to do than, like, say this. Now my head's going to get in the camera when I try to like get more detail in there, and that's hard because my head can get away. And now when I make videos, I can edit those parts out. Mm-hmm. When I live stream, my head sometimes gets in the camera, and it hurts my shoulders. I never get eye strain where I get headaches, but I get neck and shoulder pain if I have to crouch over things too much. Mm. And my central vision, I have to compensate for when I can't see something. Like, it's just hard to explain because my peripheral vision is normal, and it kind of, like, I don't have a black spot in my central vision. What it is kind of like it fills in. Like, here's an example. Okay, suppose I look straight ahead at a road where cars are going by, and I just keep staring straight ahead. I will see the car coming from the left, and then I keep staring ahead, and it drives right through my blind spot. I don't see it, and it drives out the other end.
Wow.
And it's not a black spot. It's just like all the surrounding colors and shapes fill in, but mm-hmm. they are all blurry, like right there, right in this tiny spot. But then my peripheral vision, like, really compensates for, like, I can see a lot because of my peripheral vision being normal. I actually can see a lot, but that's the best way I can explain it.
Mm-hmm. So you definitely need a magnifying glass.
Oh yeah, here it is. And now different people use different kinds of things, and like I happen to like this because I have it around my neck. Okay. I do have glasses I can use. I only like those glasses. I don't like the glasses because you have to keep putting it up and down your head, or I guess you could have the glasses around your neck, but then that's just harder put on the glasses, take them off, put them on, take them off, around your neck or on your head. And for me, the magnifying glass is just easier, up and down off your face.
Mm-hmm. So did you have to retire from?
No. So
no?
what happened was, when I got in my early 40s, when I was diagnosed with this, even though I was born with it, but it appeared finally in my early 40s. Okay, that's a thing I have to always educate people about.
Mm-hmm.
Most people think that if you're legally blind, you're totally 100% blind. No, it's only 10% of the blind population that are totally blind and that see black. Then out of that 10%, there's another smaller percentage where they have light perception. See,
Mm-hmm.
there's blind that are totally blind, and then there's the ones that have light perception. And then out of that 90%, it's a spectrum. We can see, like, I'm very high functioning, low vision. In fact, I have no mobility issues. I do not have to walk with a dog or a cane.
Mm-hmm.
Because for some reason, I just do not have mobility issues except for reading signs. Yes, I can't read signs, but for walking, I don't have any problem. I don't bump into people. I can't explain it. And I was able to just keep functioning. I don't know how it was, but I don't know how to explain it, but I was able to keep functioning teaching elementary school art in a public school in the inner city.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I did it. I can't explain it.
I guess that's just like, I don't know, it just makes you more appreciative of what you have, right?
I'm so grateful that I'm not going, like the way my eye doctor explained it. He goes, retinitis, there's another retinal disease, which is called retinitis pigmentosa, which is more common. And he goes, my disease is retinitis pigmentosa is the nasty first cousin to my disease, which is called cone dystrophy.
Mm-hmm.
And mine does not lead to total blindness. So that's I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful I didn't lose my color vision, because color is a big part of my art.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot, I'm learning there's a lot more people who are colorblind than we think.
Oh, I don't know much about color blindness. I do know that with the disease that I have, I might have lost, some people do lose their color vision and I didn't.
Okay. That's great. Does having this affect, like, are you able to drive?
No.
Oh.
No, I did drive though, because my eye doctors it's very strange. Like in my state where I live in, they did the DMV did not revoke my license. I kept my license. I can keep, actually there's no vision test that they give you each year. I mean, every 5 years, they don't give you vision tests. So just to have ID, I do renew that every 5 years. And for the first year or so after that, it was very strange how my doctors, even though it was an eye hospital where I went,
mm-hmm.
It was very strange that they didn't come out and tell me you have to stop driving. It was like roundabout that I kept driving. And then I was thinking of moving to another state, and I said, well, how can I move to that state where I'm going to have to take a vision test? And they go, no, you're not supposed to be driving. I'm like, what? What? I didn't know that. And then I think I must have been partly in denial, because another eye doctor, like she's giving me the monocular lens so I can see signs.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I can read signs like this when I'm driving. She goes, no, you're not supposed to be driving. So it's roundabout way that they told it to me.
Okay.
And I kind of was in denial or something like that. And then she came and she gave me a scare story. She said, I had a client that she refused to stop driving when she was told to, and then she got in an accident and she was sued for everything she had.
Oh, and that did it.
You can't. So, and then I was working with a therapist at the time, and the statistics are, especially with elderly people, when they're told to stop driving, they don't. Okay. And they don't stop driving until they hurt themselves or somebody else. So my therapist put me on a 6-month withdrawal driving plan. That's funny.
Oh, okay.
The first month I had to pick the easiest place to stop driving to, and that was actually going to the mall because I could shop online.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped driving to the mall. Then the second month it was another thing, like maybe grocery shopping, because I could also order and get groceries delivered, or I could go to the grocery store down the street from me.
Mm-hmm.
And so on and so on until the 6th month. The hardest place to stop driving to was to work. And then I was within it impacted where I lived, and I was within walking distance of this train station, so it was no problem walking to the train station. But I was just so embarrassed to, like, from the train station in the city where I worked, then to walk from there to my school, which was walking distance. I just felt so embarrassed. Like, the kids are going to see me walking, and they knew that I used to drive, and they're going to, like, wonder, like, and I felt, for some reason, I just felt so embarrassed. And I thought that was so hard to stop driving to work.
Yeah, I can imagine, like, because that also probably was like the end of normalcy for you, at that.
Yes. To stop driving, since we're in such a car culture, like, turns your life upside down.
Yeah.
So when I bought a house as a single person, I bought a house a while ago. When I bought the second house I looked at, because I was so limited by what house I could buy. It had to be within walking distance of the train station, and it ended up being in the town I was already living in, because everything could be nearby. Like, I had a bank, a grocery store, a doctor's, a dentist, the post office, the train station. All of that was within walking or bicycling distance. And so I had to make sure that I had to live in a town like that. So I bought the second house I looked at, which pretty much had everything I was looking for. But most people take forever picking a house.
Yeah. It takes months, sometimes years, before you find something.
No. That's because you have so many options.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. So, can you tell everybody what all you do on your channel, just in case?
Oh, yeah. So, I do painting, acrylic paint. Actually, I call myself a multimedia artist, because I do many different kinds of art. I do straight acrylic painting, I do iPad digital art, and I do mixed media art, which that's the painting the mixed media painting I showed you.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed media art, combining different mediums. So I consider myself I do tutorials and time lapses of those for videos. At first I only started live streaming in March of 2019. Before that, so I started my YouTube channel 2015, but I made all videos, and I didn't start live streaming till March of 2019. And
so that was like, wow, so we kind of pretty much met each other around the same time we started, because I think I picked up the channel like end of 18. Yeah, I think.
What happened? What did you do?
I think I started, like, really working on my YouTube channel like the end of 18, and I think we met around the same time when you started, because I remember going into your chat, and that's where I met Old Bear Buzzard.
Oh yeah, because he's a poet.
Yeah,
and that's why you really liked him, because he's a poet. He does poetry.
Yeah, that, and plus, I love art. Like, art is like, it's so soothing and relaxing. I like to see it.
Yeah, you like to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend of like that too. So that's what I wanted to give a plug for I have a new series called, I started in January, called Serenity Art Sunday.
Oh, yes. I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah, Serenity Art Sunday. And I started it, it just started last Sunday, and I started it as a video, but I have some friends of mine were saying, what? You did it as a video? We thought you were going to do Serenity Art Sunday like as a live stream. I said, I'm open to that. I could do that. So this Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm it's a live stream, which is going to be Serenity Art Sunday as a live stream, and we're going to try that out. And the overarching theme for the whole series is healing art, meditative art, and spiritual art.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to have monthly themes and art projects that go with it. But people can relax by watching or creating along with me.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
Because I understand now. I'm starting to understand more that that people can relax not just by or participate not just by doing it, but you can still enjoy it by watching. Like a lot of people can enjoy watching art.
Yeah, I just put the link, guys, for that series in the chat, so you can go ahead and start to set your reminder for it if you want to participate in that. That's this Sunday, the 17th. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that's
1 p.m. Eastern time.
1 o'clock in the afternoon. So while you're having lunch, you could be relaxed and, So have you met a lot of different people in the same community that you are in, or just are different artists in general?
Oh, at first it was just meeting a lot of artists. That's right. I met a lot of artists, YouTubers, because I first got my first subscribers by belonging to a Facebook group that is just for YouTube artists, mm-hmm. called Creative Arts Collaboration, and it's a Facebook group just for YouTube artists, and that's where I met a lot of YouTube artists. And then, but more recently, I've gotten involved in the YouTube blind community only within the past 5 months, 3 to 5 months.
Is that a huge community?
Yeah, it's huger than what shows up at the people that, because the first Sunday of every month I co-host on my channel with Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul. That's the name of his channel. I co-host with him YouTube blind community live stream event, and we have a topic of discussion. It's the first Sunday of every month, but it's open to the general public as educational. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot more people in the blind community that show up because I have a mailing list, like I have an email list, and out of like all these people that I email, hardly any of them show up. And so the YouTube blind community is has grown a lot. Yeah, it's grown a lot, but I don't know many of them, but I do have quite a few YouTube blind friends in the YouTube blind community.
Do you think that people are like I don't know, I guess a little shy or nervous about admitting that their vision is low? Like, do you think that it would take away their validity? Maybe why they don't come out?
Oh, yeah. So that was I could explain to that. Well, I'm only going to start speaking for myself, but for one thing, where I worked, that mm-hmm. was my administrators and my colleagues, my teacher colleagues and my administrators knew of my knew. Mm-hmm. And the problem was, and I sometimes told my students because I wanted to educate them, because mm-hmm. But after a while I stopped telling them, and I was worried about what could happen, like if the public knew. I don't know. It was a weird situation. It's like I legally I could be there, but
I guess it's probably like you don't want anybody to think you have a disability.
Yeah, and how about parents? Would they be concerned? Mm-hmm. Like I was high functioning low vision. I don't know. It's like they never gave me any test to say, okay, can you still be a teacher? Let's see if you can still be a teacher. You need to take this test. Like right. Nothing like that. It's just like, because most people wouldn't know I had a vision disability unless I told them.
Right.
You can't tell by looking at me that I do. It's if I try to read something in front of you, yes, then you're going to see that I do. But since I taught art, I didn't have to read in front of the kids.
Mm-hmm. North Viking said hello.
Oh, hi, North Viking. Yes, he's a dancing channel.
Yeah, and Gigi's gluten-free lab said, "Wow, you have all the conveniences with the move that you made."
What does she mean?
So, like, remember you were talking about how you found a house that was close to everything, the
Oh
supermarket,
yeah.
your job. She said that's great that you were able to find all of that.
Yes. That yeah, that's a blessing that I was able to find that house. Had most of the things. Had most of the. I made a few compromises, but pretty much it had most of the things I was looking for. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
it had the most important thing is I didn't want an attached house. I did want it detached, like a single home dwelling. That was like up on my priorities, and so that the only thing I did have to compromise on was the price a little bit, and so I was willing to go up on the price.
Mm-hmm.
More on that's the thing that it had everything else I was looking for. The only thing it didn't have was yeah, the what was it? Oh yes, it had everything I was looking for except for at first it wasn't in my price range, but I realized I could go higher, so it was okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
I like how you're doing those flames.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah,
good.
I like it. I love doing them.
So I'm glad that you, throughout the whole thing, you still stayed inspired and didn't give up. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people might not have wanted to see it through and continue to work and.
Oh no, I see. The thing is, people see. People say, oh well, out of the United States, the state that I taught in is in the top 5 highest paid states for highest paid teachers in the country. I'm in the top 5 highest paid. I worked in one of the states that is in the top 5 highest paying teachers. So when I did look into like going on disability, I thought, okay, let me look into that. Well, oh my goodness, I would have taken I wouldn't even be able to afford owning my own house at that point when I saw how much what a slash in income I would take to just to go on disability by itself. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, I would have to give up my house, and I'm like, I can't, well, I can't, I'm not willing to do that and take such a take such a pay cut and decrease of my income. And so nothing was stopping me. So I'm high functioning, low vision. So I kept going, and it was a struggle. It is a struggle to keep going for the 25 years. I find that like one of the hugest accomplishments that I've done in my life. That actually to keep going was like one step at a time. Keep going, lots of prayer, lots and lots of prayer, and working on myself to keep going.
Yeah. Can you can you give examples of how a person can work on themselves?
Oh well, I I've been let's see. I I find that I need help. I like to get I read lots of self-help books,
Hmm.
lots of self-help books, and also spiritually, the things I learned spiritually in my religion help me, but also I also like to I need to talk to people. I need to talk to somebody. So I've been in therapy off and on my whole life. Not currently, I'm not, but most of my life I was in off and on in therapy since I was 17. Not there, but and I learned, and just that helped me work on myself.
Hmm.
So a bunch of those, that was just a combination of a bunch of different things that helped me work. That's how I worked on myself.
I don't think there's
On
anything wrong with therapy. I think a lot more of us should go on it.
Yeah, like some people I guess they have a problem with it. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know what.
it's about like admitting that you have a disability or you think you have a disability, but it's not a disability. It's to your advantage. Because we're not meant, like, I don't believe we were meant to think every single situation through on our own, or we would have the best resource to a situation that we are going through. So it's nice to have an ear that doesn't know you,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So a lot of
Yeah,
people don't think of it that way.
I totally. I don't. Well, see, I kind of grew up like in a difficult. Hey, dysfunctional, I guess you say, call that. I was a latchkey child, and I came home to an empty house starting when I was after my parents got divorced. I mean, not after that, but staying with the next door neighbors when I came home from school because after my parents got divorced, my mom, because of her job, didn't come home till 10 p.m. at night.
Mm-hmm.
So my next door neighbors, I would stay over there with them, and they would put me to bed and stuff. And then starting at 11 or 12, I said, I'm old enough to take care of myself. And my mom allowed that. And well, that's not a great thing, right? So I'm like coming home 11, 12 years old, coming home to an empty house until my mom comes home at 10 p.m. So that certainly affected me, and I couldn't believe it. Like when I was age 15, I'm like, I can't wait till I can go see a psychiatrist or a therapist or something, because I think there's something wrong with me. When I was 15, I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to be able to go see somebody, to talk to somebody.
That's cool.
Even though I had nobody in my family that nobody in my therapy was, nobody in my family was a therapist. It was just like, I guess what I'd heard about, in the media or something that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that having the eye condition that you have is hard for you to relate to other people who don't have an eye condition?
No, because I had normal vision my whole life. I had normal vision my whole life until my early 40s. I only started wearing glasses just for driving in my 30s.
Okay.
I had normal vision my whole life until my early 40s. Yes, I was born with it, but it didn't show it up. I have the more rare form that instead of showing up, like for most people, it does show up in childhood. I have the more rare form of the disease where it didn't, and I'm blessed with that. What a blessing that was, that I had normal vision, and I didn't have this since childhood. So I had normal, I know both sides of the fence or whatever. Normal vision until my early 40s. I know exactly what it's like to have normal vision. I think that's why I can do what I do, because I'm like, I know what it's like to have normal visions, and I'm going to keep functioning like I do.
Yeah, that's dope. That's still dope. Like sometimes when I'm driving, I notice that my vision is a little blurred. Like I'm nearsighted. So sometimes when I'm like, dang, it used to be more crisp,
Yeah.
I miss it. Like that junk bothers me. I'm like, oh, even just a little bit. But I don't know. I hope that I'm able to have that much gratitude if my vision gets worse,
It's hard to look at it like, oh yeah, if I lost, it's like if I lost my hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I look at Helen Keller. How did she function deaf and blind?
Nothing. Yep.
How? I mean, I should read her autobiography, I guess. I don't know.
Well, there was one woman who didn't give up on her and made her do everything.
Yeah.
And probably, instilled in her that she doesn't have a disability and to do life,
Wow. Yeah, so
I guess that's where that drive comes from. That unquenchable, never give up.
Well, for me to give up I would have wanted to stop teaching, but I wasn't willing to have such a low income.
Right. So that was your determination. Like, I need to pay for this house I just bought.
Yeah, I want to pay for like the things that I want to do, like travel. I want to travel, and I wanted to be independent. That's like when I grew up as a child, I didn't really know what I wanted to be. Starting like when I was early teenager, I kind of like, I want to be an artist. I'd love to be an artist. And then but my father was a driving force in that he he like drilled it into my head that I need to be independent. I need to be financially independent and don't depend on a man.
Mm.
So financially, I never did have that. So that was like my dream. Like, so to be financially independent, own my own house like that, and own my own car, and I don't need anybody, and be financially independent. And so when I saw that, okay, if I go on disability, oh my goodness, I don't even know if I could be financially independent. That would be such a low income. I'm not sure that I could. I don't know if I I just thought, like, I don't even know what kind of apartment I could afford with that income.
Dang, it was that low?
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
And since I had the option, and
So let me ask you this. The students that you've taught from the 25 years of teaching, have you stayed connected with any of them, or have any of them continued the desire in art?
I wish that was the case. No, I don't see. A lot of them grew up and grow on. I mean, maybe that might be different. Some of them would visit. Yeah, some of them when I was a teacher, like they would come back to the room and visit. They would come back and visit me,
Mhm.
and I didn't recognize them. They changed so much. It's unbelievable how an elementary school kid, and then if you don't see them for several years, and then they become middle school or high school, their face and the way they look totally changes. And so they would say, "Oh, hi, remember me?" I'm like,
No.
"Hi, I cannot remember what you looked like as a kid."
Wow.
So they would, oh, so I don't know. So, and then no, now then more recently, it's like I do actually. There is this one girl that she has a YouTube channel. I do know her YouTube channel, and if I wanted to check in with her, I could
Okay.
check in on her and see how she's doing on her YouTube channel.
And that's cool. I mean, I think that's pretty cool to be able to connect with former students, you know?
I know, and I wish it could happen more often. And see, here's another way that it would happen if you lived in the town where you taught. Oh my goodness, you'd be running into your students left and right. But
I don't know if that's
I
a good
lived
thing
in
all
a
the
town
time.
totally like away from, so I never would run into my students, but you would run it if you lived in the same town you taught in, you would run into them all the time,
Mm.
which that's okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind that, but I was not willing to that. I did not want to live in that city. I just didn't like that city
Mhm.
where I taught. I wouldn't want to live there. It's not my choice of where I'd want to live.
Are those white specks like the moonlight outside, or?
Oh, they're I don't know. The they could be snow or stars. Oh, see, this is snow. The candles are in the snow. See,
Oh, okay, okay.
so
I
it
was
could be
See,
snow
in
or
my head, I was
stars.
thinking mountains. That's
Or
pretty dope.
oh, you thought these were mountains?
Yeah, you know how your perception is different.
So this would have been surrealistic. You
Yeah.
thought this was surrealistic, like candles sticking out of the mountains?
I don't know. Just the first thing that
You
came
were
to
like,
my
"What is
mind
she
was a mountain.
doing?" You were probably like, "What is she doing?"
No, I like it. I appreciate it either way, but I was just like, "Oh, look at that mountain."
Okay.
I don't
I
know. I don't know.
there
That's too
no,
much.
it's like little mounds. There's candles sticking out of the snow.
Yeah, I see it now. But see, that's how art is so beautiful. Like you can have one way of thinking and a
I know.
representation of what it is, and then other people, like I'm pretty sure other people in the chat might be like thinking it was a whole nother thing too.
See, okay, the viewer is always right. That's the thing. The artist is not supposed to tell you what to think. No, no.
Um,
In fact, some artists do not talk about their art at all. They will not say a word about what their art means. And people are like, what does it mean? What does it mean? It's like, it's you decide what it means.
Yeah, but I would love I would love to know the perspective of the person who actually created.
Yeah, so do I. I don't like that those kind of artists that say, no, I'm not going to talk about my art. I love to hear artists talk about their art.
Mm-hmm. How many pieces have you made? Like, do you know how many pieces you made in your whole lifetime?
Oh my goodness. An infinite amount. Who knows?
Wow.
I can't even begin to count.
Wow.
In fact, I don't know what to do with it, actually. I don't know what to do with my art. In fact, that's a lot of the reason why I like to do iPad digital art, because well, it does take up place on my computer, it's true, but it doesn't take up physical space. And I do limit like myself right now because I'm in an extremely small art space. Right, well, I live in a 200-year-old house right now. I am married now, and I live in a 200-year-old house, and there's not enough closet space, and I do not have the space that I did have when I lived in my own house by myself. And wow, and I had tons of space. And like now I have a room that's a multi-purpose room that use it for my wardrobe closets, because a 200-year-old house, I had to add wardrobe closets because it doesn't have adequate closet space. But now I don't need all those clothes that I used to use for working, so I want to clear a lot of those clothes out and I need storage space for my art supplies.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard of NQ's World?
Who?
NQ's World. She just said it just comes to life. Your work is coming to life.
How do you spell her name?
INQ and an S and then World. She's a cool person too. So you guys feel free to connect to
yeah, visit my channel and make a comment, and then I can visit you.
Yeah. And Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society said
hello. Hi Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
She's a new friend.
Okay, cool.
From all these mixed media artists that I started doing a monthly video hop, and
yeah, I saw that you had like 68 people in your channel.
New community that I got involved in. So then I do a monthly video hop and then a monthly live stream hop. And yeah, it's a big community that I just got involved with, and I did my first video hop and live stream hop in December, and we do it the fourth Saturday and Sunday of every month.
Yeah, I was there. I think I came in at the tail end. You had a half an hour to finish something, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The live stream hop is only half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just happened that the first of the year, on January, from the 31st to the 1st, there was a 36-hour streamathon, live streamathon. And I got to be in that too. And then each person had 2 hours.
Oh, wow. That's like from start to finish. How long for all of the art that you've done, which one is, all right, so I have 3 questions. Which was the most enjoyable? Which was the longest? And which one do you wish that you didn't do?
Let's see. What was the first one is
the most enjoyable,
the longest, and which one I wish I didn't do?
Yeah.
The one of the things that took the longest is also the one I kind of wish I did it a different way.
Oh, okay.
Because it turned out to be really unenjoyable. It was in graduate school for my master's in fine arts for the thesis show.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually like 150 to 200 single 12 by 12 inch panels that I had to hang one by one.
Oh, wow, that's so dope.
And then each one, every 16 of them or 12 of them, it was like 4 and 4 is 8, 9. Every 12 of them comprised one piece, and they were all black and white self portraits made with collage and hot wax and caustic paint. That's what encaustic paint is. It's actually it's molten beeswax that has some resin, Damar resin in it to give it strength. And so I did that with collage and photocopies so they were huge self-portraits actually made with collage and covered and painted over with translucent encaustic, which is molten beeswax, and each one of the, so there was around six of those, 6 or 7, and each one was about 12 panels, and each panel was 12 by 12 inches, and hanging every single one of those was, I just wish I had, when I look back, I'm like, I wish I had done something different for my thesis show. I think I wish I would have done something different. That was pretty that was pretty hard. That was pretty uncomfortable to hang all those and take all those down, and well, hanging them was the worst. And then storing them someplace, and then thinking like, oh, what am I ever going to do with one of the, well, one of them I ended up getting framed, and I was able to hang it in different shows, but I couldn't frame all of them, but I did get one of them professionally framed because it had to be a certain frame for it. And well, so that one, that's the one that I guess I wish I had done differently. And it was also, that was one of the hardest things I ever, pieces that I've done. And what was the one I liked the most or easiest?
Well, how long did it take to do that one?
I worked on it for a year.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I worked on it like in the probably in the last, I think I started it in, I think I worked on it for a year, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Barb said you blow her away. Okay, so yeah. Now, what was the one that you were like, I really love this one, and I don't know.
There's several like that.
If you had to pick out of the several.
Oh my God, I have several that are. There's many pieces that I like. Oh yeah, I really love this. But one of them is called Light of Mother Earth, and that is like, I consider that one of my masterpieces.
Light of Mother Earth, okay.
Light of Mother Earth, and it's on my website. I believe it's not for sale. It's on my website, and
yeah, y'all ain't getting it. What's your website so I can put it in the chat?
Oh, but you can make prints of it. I can make prints of it.
Okay.
Oh, my website is serenitystudioart.com. serenitystudioart.com.
Okay, I'm putting that in the chat too.
And I did that many years ago though, and since then there's one that I did. So when I did, my husband really loves Light of Mother Earth, and he's like, I love this. He loved that. And then there was some other ones, and then I built like a body of work around, like inspired by that. And none of them kind of lived up to that, but they came close. But we kept that whole body of work. That whole body of work that was inspired by Light of Mother Earth is and fills up our whole house. That body of work is about in a total maybe 10 to 15 pieces, but I don't think 15 pieces are hanging up. Some of them we couldn't hang up. So
Valeria said what you're doing is beautiful.
Oh, who said it?
Celeria Perryman.
Oh, thank you. Celeria.
Blind with Diana, just so you guys know, she does on her channel, she does things like what we're seeing now. And then she has guest artists come on her channel. She also does channel reviews.
Oh, okay. I'm not, so far in the month of January, I'm not doing channel reviews anymore, and I might not do. And starting in February, I'm trying to decide I might not do channel reviews anymore, because I feel like it. I found out like the YouTube gets confused about who to put your channel in front of.
Okay.
When you do too many kind of different things, then they don't know where to put your channel. And so I feel like my channel has been very difficult in getting it in front of the right audience, like where an audience that is going to like my work and like be loyal subscribers. I've grown really slowly, and I think so. But most of the time I've never done channel reviews, so I don't know if I can say that that's true, but I've done all different kinds of art. Like it's like, so what? Like I've done different kinds of art, whereas some people, they just only do acrylic painting, and I'm not sure if you have to niche down that much, but with my vision, one thing is the channel reviews are difficult for me to do when I have to like look up people's channel. That is difficult to do. And even though I do enjoy it and stuff, I think I want to concentrate on art live streams, and so that's so I did have guest artists for about a year and a half or 2 years, almost 2 years. About a year and a half, I did have this one artist every Friday. Every Friday we had this one artist, and then another, and on Wednesdays I used to have this other artist, but that went on for about a year and a half. And I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm changing things up. The thing that's I'm changing is that I'm starting a series, Serenity Art Sunday, and doing that as video and or live streams. This Sunday it'll be a live stream. And I'm doing a live stream every Friday, an art live stream on Fridays. But that's what I'm doing for January. And I have to decide what more I'm going to do in February. But here's something that I recently done when I brought it down when I was finished. I did this for a video, actually for the live stream hop. So this is like a sneak peek of what the art that I produced, that I made this video for this artwork for the live stream hop at the end of this month. And when I brought it down, my husband said, "Oh my goodness, oh, I got it framed. Can we frame this? Can we keep this?" It's like he doesn't often like respond like that. He'll say, "Oh, that's nice, that's nice." But when he says, "Oh my goodness, can we keep this?" I'm like, "Oh gosh, I guess it's really good." So I'll show you right now. I don't know if you can see it that good, but let me see. Is it a frame?
That is cute.
So it's abstract. It's abstract background, abstract face.
Yeah, I think that is very cute. I like how it I like when you go off towards the left side, the way I'm looking at it, when you go off towards the left, I like how it almost looks like there's bubbles and then there's layers. It almost looks like 3 or 4 layers. That's dope.
And I really like how the eyes pop, and yeah,
you do very well with eyes. Every painting or piece of work that I've seen you do or posted, the eyes are always so brilliant, in my opinion. Hey, J Dog, and Celeria is actually eating with Miss P.
Okay. Eating. That's her name of her channel, right?
She has 2 channels.
And J Dog Party's in here?
Yeah, J Dog in his house. Yep.
Oh, hi, J Dog. And meeting with Miss P or Mrs. P?
Miss P. And then Gigi is here. NQ's might still be here, but she was here, and a lot of different people. Like, so that is.
Yes, I love doing eyes.
Yeah, I kind of figured that because they always seem to be like, when you
look
at
eyes are really expressive.
Yeah, you can see like something's going on inside the eyeballs.
It's kind of weird that because it's abstract, I didn't really do much with the hair, and I just added depth around the face to make it sink into the background. And yeah, I left the eyebrows white like that. Well, I don't know, because it's abstract, so I take liberties like that.
Was that water paint?
No, this is acrylic paint scraped on, so that's why it's an uneven background. Then stencils with cool colors. I stayed with a cool color scheme, except for the eyes and the mouth, where that's popping because it's popping off of a cool color and a neutral background.
It looks purple.
Paint and ink. I'm sorry, yes, spray ink for the drips.
Okay.
Through stencils, acrylic paint through 3 different stencils, and then drew on the circles at the very end as an embellishment, just because I thought I was just thinking 3 circles would look nice there. I don't, and I knew the face was going to go here after I turned it upside down after I made the ink, and then I said, yeah, the face would go there, and then I made more stenciling there before I made the face. So a lot of all that designs there.
That is really cool. You know what it reminds me of? Remember that movie? What was that movie where they had it was like a 3-hour movie and it was like at that time it was like the biggest budget movie. What was it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Titanic.
No, 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 no. It was animated. It looked just like
Oh,
this.
Avatar.
Avatar. Yes.
Oh,
It almost looked
Avatar is
like
one of my
Avatar.
favorite movies. Yeah, that reminds you of that.
Hmm.
Oh, I think that must just come out. That just comes out.
Yep. Because of the skin, the way the skin is,
Oh, yeah.
and the scales. Yep. It reminds me of Avatar.
Oh, that's
Miss
one of my
Eating
favorite.
with, Eating with Miss P says she loves abstract painting eyes, and she said eyes also tell a story.
Yeah,
And Barb said she's so looking forward to the Serenity stream.
oh God, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like it. Very nice.
So that. Oh, did you? Oh, did you say something? Did you ask a question?
No, I was just looking at the candles and saying that's snow. It's so nice. It's just soothing. Like I feel warm looking at it.
Oh, good. I need to add. See, I'm gonna try to add some shading on the sides.
Okay.
Sometimes I wonder, oh well, what could I do? Like, you know how people say, oh, let me do art as a hobby. Let me take up art. Like, so I already do art, and I'm like, what could I have as a hobby?
Yeah.
I've tried to take up music. I tried to take up music, and I did try, and that didn't work. That worked for a year or so, but
What instrument?
I learned classical guitar.
Okay.
But after a while, I didn't want to keep doing it, and like so, art is kind of both. Well, I find YouTube was a hobby, and then now it's a hobby and it's a job. And actually, I've had to like try to cut it back because YouTube I started to feel like it's taken over my life.
Oh, okay. Have you traveled? Do you still travel a lot? Well, not now, but like before everything happened, did you travel a lot still?
Oh yeah, but not when I traveled a lot before my vision, before I had the vision, before my early I traveled a lot before my early 40s.
Okay.
When my vision disability started,
Mhm.
I did a lot of traveling before then. That's when I did most of my traveling was before. Okay, then oh yes, then I did some more traveling with my ex-fiance.
Mhm.
We traveled a few more places. And that was while I still that is while I had after my vision disability started. But I have traveled so I lived in France for a year and a half. In my junior year of college, I did a junior year abroad, and I have a minor in French. So I took French classes there while I was junior year abroad with an exchange program.
Mhm.
That was wonderful. That was my first time in Europe, and then from there visited Southern Europe. Well, I think they consider that Southern Europe. Italy, Spain, Switzerland, and Luxembourg. And then I've been to a lot of the Caribbean. And then Mexico, Canada, Alaska, Hawaii.
Nice. If you could do a piece on based on 2021, do
Oh, actually,
you
I did. So this is what happened. I entered an art show. There was an art show my YouTube friend told me about,
uh-huh.
and it's sponsored by a gallery in the UK, and they wanted art that you did during 2020 that spoke to maybe. I mean, of course they wanted art that you did in 2020. So I had 3 things that I entered.
Mm-hmm.
and one of and I made actually you can go on my channel. I made a 3-minute video called What's Really Going On. That's what
Okay.
it's called. What's Really Going On. It's a 3-minute art video that I created.
Mhm.
Then I entered that in the show, and that one didn't get accepted. And then I did another piece, which is The House Is Closing In on Me.
Okay.
I actually made a video of me making that, and that's like with all these like head like all this person's head with the house like right like as if the house was their hat or something,
Okay.
and like and it's all done in blacks and whites and grays with just some pops of color here and there, so it's kind of like gray, black and white gray color scheme, and that's mixed media. I actually made a video about I did a video of me making that, and then the third piece is an digital art piece that I created on my iPad, and that's
Mhm.
called The Unknown, and that one made it to semi-finalists. So I got the one called The Unknown a into their magazine, and then
Mhm.
from the magazine then they picked 100 artists to be semifinalists to be in an online art show. So the online art show is going on right now.
Oh,
So my piece is in this online art show, which is sponsored.
nice.
Yeah, it's hosted by this
Congratulations.
UK art gallery, King House Art Gallery. If you look on there, the show is called 2020.
Hold on, I'm gonna write it in. You said it's King House.
Yeah, King House Art Gallery in the UK. I could probably show it. I can show you my. I don't know how well it's going to show, but the art piece that I have, it's called The Unknown, and I'm going to show it to you on my iPad because I never printed it out. I have not printed it out. It's only exists digitally so far. If it and then so that was I'm in the semifinalists of the 100 artists that got chosen for the online art show, and then from there they're going to pick only 15 artists to be in a real live show at their gallery, and those are going to be the finalists.
Nice. There's two questions. So, Eating with Miss P said, "How did you come up with the name Artfully Blind?" She said, "That's interesting."
Uh, First, my first name was Artfully Yours with Diana. I had that name for about 5 years. That was my very first name, Artfully Yours with Diana. And um, then just in the past three or more months, about in the past 3 months, I decided to make it Artfully Blind with Diana. I couldn't decide on like make it awesome blind art. And I thought, well, that'd be too much of a radical change from what I'm already doing. Awesome blind art, or did I want to change it to awesome blind art, or did I want to make it Artfully Blind with Diana? And because to have it be more descriptive of of who I am.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. Can you see this?
Hold on. Bring it up more. Let me see.
It's all black except for this line drawing. So
Oh,
the
that
thing,
is so cute.
so it's called The Unknown. So here she is. This is the line drawing is all, and her body's just in black, even her hands, because that's just a line drawing, and then only her face is really done realist. Yeah, the black is a big part of the big element of this.
That is so cute.
Thanks. It's called The Unknown.
Mm. And then Barb, she said she's from Canada. Would you travel to Canada, and what locations and
Oh,
why?
I've only been to Canada. I have been to Canada, but only Victoria, Canada, while we were on our cruise to Alaska. We stopped at Victoria Gardens. So yes, I wouldn't mind going to Canada because I'd like to probably go to Montreal.
Mm.
So that's the piece. That's the piece that was in the show called 2020, and it expresses about what I feel stuff about 2020. You can see that line drawing?
I like it.
Thank you.
I just see her. What I see is like her arms and her hands.
That's it. That's all there is.
Yeah, yeah. And
The
then
black
her
is a
head.
huge art element of this.
That is so cool. I like it. It's
I
like
don't know
she's
how
praying
well.
for change. She's praying for like
Yeah.
clarity. She's praying that this whole thing will stop and that she can open her eyes one day and, you know, see the light or something. And she's looking up to her higher power or God or whomever.
Yeah. And the black is just, ooh, it's like unknown. It's just so unknown, but the black is also a beautiful element of this.
Hold on, let me see. I think I put the link in wrong for the King's Art Gallery. So it's KINGART Gallery, right?
Yeah, it's called King. Did I say, yeah, King?
Like
maybe I'm remembering the name. It's King House Art Gallery. No, am I remembering? I'm not remembering. I might not be remembering the name of it right.
Hold on, let's see. It's in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Do you have the link on your website?
No, not on my website.
Wait, maybe this is Galleries King's Place. That one, King's Court Galleries. I don't know.
No, it's I can look at my email. Hold on, my email. Oh, I don't think that my that didn't show up that good on there. Oh God.
Yeah, but you get the basic idea.
You get the basic idea, but really, like, it bleached out.
Well, of course, we're not going to be able to see it in its natural splendor.
No, I could post it. I can post it on Facebook or something like that.
Yeah, guys,
I can post it in Instagram. Okay, let me check on my email. I'm gonna get the right name for this.
Mm-hmm. Please go make sure you follow Artfully Blind with Diana. If you look at the title of this live, you can click on her name because it should be blue, and that'll take you to her page. And then also I put her website. I'm gonna pin it up there.
Okay, here it is. It's King House Art Gallery, or I don't know if their name is King House Art Competitions, but I think it's King House Art Gallery.
Let's see, King House Art Gallery.
Yeah.
All right, I probably typed it in wrong. Online.
Okay, King House Fine Art. Oh, here's their website. It's www.kinghousegallery.com.
Yeah, I found it. Is it online exhibition? That's what you're in.
Yeah, it's the online exhibition called 2020.
Yeah, I see. All right, and all of this stuff is.
And then you'll be able to see it better. You'll be able to see my image better, but you have to look through. There's like 100 images.
Yes, this is it right here. Guys, this is it right here. Semi-finalists. I'm so happy to know you. I feel like that's so dope, you know, to know that somebody's in a global iconic gallery.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's an accomplishment, I'm sure, like out of all of the people in the world, they chose you. You know, that's
I'm not. What? I'm sorry.
Go. Remember that, guys. Like, out of all the amount of people that did submissions in the entire world.
Oh, yeah, this was worldwide.
Yeah, she was chosen. So that even if you have a disability or you feel like you can't do something, utilize Diana as an example as to why you can. You know, that is so dope.
Yeah, like, I hardly ever meet people that say, I don't think I can do this because yes, people think they can't do it because of well, I don't think I can do this because of my disability. I actually don't meet people like that. I think I've met people where I can't do this because of my anxiety. I can't do this because of my depression. I think I hear a lot more about people like that. I think that's more common. Like people, they are like, if somebody is in a depression, sometimes that really does limit what they can do. But then they need to get help.
Yeah, you have to want to get help. I'm looking through the gallery right now, trying to find the actual page.
Yeah, mine is like, I think mine's around 30, number 30 or something.
Let's see, 25.
Oh, do they number them?
Well, yeah, they have. It says they have them in different sections, so it goes all the way up to 25.
Oh, yeah, but they have like around 100 art pieces.
Yeah, each section has like 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm just clicking through. There's some really nice ones.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's one with an American flag that's twisted. Very cute. I would like. Have you ever been to the Met? I don't know if you're from this.
Oh, yes, of course.
I got a chance to see. What's his name? Oh my goodness! I always forget his name right when I needed to say it.
Well, what kind of art does he do? I may not tell.
He killed himself.
Oh, Van Gogh?
No, he was a designer.
And he designed what?
Clothing, high runway fashion.
Oh, a fashion designer.
Yeah.
Oh, who was that? I don't know of a fashion designer. I love fashion. I don't know of a designer that killed themselves.
Oh yeah, he was very depressed and on a lot of different drugs.
Isn't that something, like when successful people kill themselves?
Well, because it's very lonely. Harold's random video said it looks really cool.
Thank you.
Welcome to Hello World, Harold. Don't be a stranger. We're talking with Artfully Blind with Diana. She is an artist that I actually met here on YouTube about a year ago, or 2. Actually, it's 2 years now because we're in 2020. So definitely connect with her if you're interested in art and interested in comfort through art. Definitely connect with her. Feel free to connect with anyone else in the chat as well.
And I'm going to do Serenity Art Sunday as a live stream this Sunday. I did it as a video. It's a new series I'm doing, Serenity Art Sunday, and I did it as a video last Sunday, and I'm doing it as a live stream this coming Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And come and check it out. And it's going to be about healing art, meditative art, spiritual art. And even if you don't do art, like, it's follow along. Like, I'll be doing art and people can follow along if they want, but you could also there's going to be a lot of non-artists that are going to join us, and it's also about you might like find it relaxing to watch art being created.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely am an enthusiast of the art world.
Oh, so who's the name of that designer?
Lord, I forget his name.
I don't think oh yeah. I can't think of.
And he was at the Met, and it was an accident how we met him. I've been following you for 2 years now. Hey, Octavia. Alexander Mcqueen. Yes. Thank you, Octavia. She dropped that out the bushes and told me. Yes, Alexander Mcqueen. Oh my goodness. It was an accident how I ended up going there. So me and a few people were just, going on a Saturday afternoon into the city. And then, let's go to the Met. And they were like, yeah, let's go. So we went to the Met, and then, we got online just at the right nick of time, right? And they said, oh, there's this exhibition that's going on, Alexander Mcqueen. I had never heard of him. And we got online at the right time because after us, they had to cut the line because so many people were trying to see his work.
Yeah.
See everything. I mean, there was like at least 2 floors of all of his work, and it was an exhibition that was only like a once in a lifetime thing. Like you saw all of the designs that he did, all of the
Oh,
dresses. You could see like when he started going more dark, because like his designs were like light, and then it started getting really dark. And the music, oh my goodness, I had such a good time. We had such a good time, and then we had lobster rolls after. It was so much fun, though. Just, I mean, that was absolutely a treasured trip that I've ever had before, and it was just like one of those
wow.
just fell out into your lap type of thing.
Yeah, like you weren't expecting that you're gonna have such a
No.
great time.
No, I figured we would just see art, but not to this magnitude. It was amazing. Alexander McQueen. Yes. Thank you, Octavia. And then like I think they were only shown it once and that's it.
Oh, yeah, but it like lasted for a few months.
No, it was like a weekend.
A weekend, really?
Yeah, because his stuff was that like high prolific, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like you better get there if you can.
They don't often have just weekend shows
Yeah, well,
in
we got it
museums.
that weekend, so I feel like it was like one of those things, like if you missed it, you weren't ever gonna see it again.
Yeah, right.
Mhm. And it was so sad, like to hear to hear a little piece of his story. Like, poor guy, to have all of this, to have everything, like the heart of the art world, to be all of these runway things.
Mhm.
And then one day you just said, I can't take it anymore, and that's it. That's it. On the side, the middle candle on that side, it looks like a volcano.
This one?
Like if you look a little to the left, you see that little crack right there in the snow? Left, a little bit left more, right there where the pen is, the pencil, the top of the white pencil. It was like, nope, a little bit
Mm.
more to the right now. Up, 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 right there. To the right, right. Right there. Little down, right there. Boom. I see like it looks like a part of a peak of a mountain just like hiding through. I don't know.
Mhm.
And then it could be clouds too. I see clouds. It's so cool.
Well, that's good to use your imagination and then you see these things.
Yeah. I don't know. In my little head, like I could have been an artist, but it would have been I would have been a great stick figure artist.
'Cause I feel like everybody could do art, but I don't know. Maybe everybody can. I can't do music that good. Music is hard. I've never heard people say, "Oh, I think everybody can do music." I don't there's many artists though that believe that we are all creative beings, but it doesn't necessarily mean we have to do art, but we are all creative beings created to be creative.
Right. I
And there's
agree.
so many different ways to be creative in.
Like I feel like you can play music, but that may not be your gift to play music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to play the piano. I feel like if I stuck with it, I would still be very proficient in it.
Right. That's how I feel about French. I'm not fluent in French. I'm proficient in French.
Mhm. That's cool. Hey, you guess you buy. You can order something to eat.
Yeah, but I can never understand when people are talking. Whenever they talk, I'm like, I don't know what they're saying. And I should and with all the education I have in French, I just don't have the ear for it or something. Both my parents do. They excel at foreign languages and I don't. And then they're not artistic and I am. And it's like I don't know what happened there.
Miss P said, I love to paint, but I'm not an artist.
And then I say, oh, well, I'm not an artist like that person. Like you can't, you can only, ultimately I've learned in YouTube, and especially in YouTube, and that applies to the rest of your life. You should only compare yourself to yourself.
Yep.
So I can't say, oh, look how many subscribers that person has. No, let's look at myself. Have I made growth? Has growth happened? And actually, in 2 months ago, for the for the beginning of 2019, no, for the first half of 2020 and the half of 2019 and half of 2020, no, my channel was hardly growing at all. So I would try different things, and I would try this, I tried that. No, it was not growing. And then now it's been growing. It grew a little bit. I don't know, but I'm trying to like not take YouTube too seriously. So it's going to be what it's going to be. You know, you try, you do your best, and what's going to happen is what's going to happen. And then I heard that somebody said you have to be yourself first, and if and you be yourself on YouTube. You have to be, she's like, she has 1 million subscribers, but she's in she's in ASMR, and
Okay.
she's like, she goes, you need to be yourself, and then if you do well on YouTube, then good, but if you don't, then well, that's just the way it goes, because you're never going to be happy if you're not being yourself. But
It's true. I see her point.
But then you can keep trying. That's you like, there's a philosophy of no, never give up, and keep trying it, different avenues, keep trying it different ways, which that is pretty much what I've been doing.
Hey, I mean, to me, if you can inspire at least one person, then you're on the right track, because you just never know. Miss B Town Hester just came in. She said, "This is nice." So
Thank you.
All the people who are watching or that maybe have come through the live, you never know what you could have sparked in them.
Yeah, and that's why I do like it when I can know whether I spark somebody.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm enjoying it.
Every now and then it's nice to, if you might have inspired somebody that you don't know that you did or not, but then to keep you going, it's good to know that it's good to know that yes, you did inspire this person or that person. And recently on my video for Serenity Art Sunday, I did inspire somebody, and she followed along, and she had not done art in a while, and it inspired her to do art again, and that made my day. It's like I was thrilled.
Yeah, that's nice.
And she shared her art with me, and that what she had created from the video. And yeah, so there's the philosophy of it's not about the numbers, it's about the individual. Like you inspiring individuals is important.
It's true. It's true, because we come here by ourselves and we go about by ourselves, So I don't know. Can you show them the piece that you want to do the giveaway for?
Yeah.
And I think we could wrap it up from here, because that looks great.
Yes, this is mixed media. Mixed media. It's some of the soft pastels, and also watercolor markers. Watercolor pen markers, brush pens.
What was the inspiration behind this piece?
Well, actually, it was a challenge in a Facebook group, an art Facebook group, where she actually this was it was a photograph, and she challenged everybody in the Facebook group to create art from it.
Oh, okay. That's cool. How do you want to do the giveaway?
So I could do. I can have Siri pick a random number. I can have Siri pick a random number between let's see, one and 1 and 30.
Okay. And I could put start and stop in the chat.
Yeah, okay, between 1 and 30, and then if nobody gets the number exactly, then it's the person who gets it closest but not over.
Okay. All right, guys. So pick
and they have to live in the lower 48 or the mainland 48 or whatever they call it.
Yeah. So they got to live in the 48 states of New Jersey. I mean, of United States.
So that includes all the states except for Alaska, not Alaska, not Hawaii.
Yeah. So I'm going to put start in the chat. And can they pick more than one number or just one number?
Pick more. I don't know. First everybody can only pick one number, and if nobody gets it, then we do a second round.
Okay.
Everybody can only put in one number.
So guys, I'm going to put start in the chat, and everybody's going to have an opportunity to pick a number between 1 and 30. Only one number, please, and we'll see if somebody wins this beautiful piece of work by Artfully Blind with Diana. This is an original, guys, so you're going to be able to have something that no one else in the world will have, which I think is amazing. So I'm going to put start, and then go on ahead, guys, and pick a number between 1 and 30, just one. Okay, I see one number so far. And she said Siri's going to choose a number.
Yeah, after you put the stop on.
Okay. Nobody else wants to put a number in the chat? Okay, there's another number. I'm going to give you guys 10 more seconds. Pick a number.
2 numbers?
Huh?
Only 2 numbers are in the chat?
So far, yeah. Only 2 people may want to participate. Hey, Barb, don't retract it.
Oh, Barb, because she lives in Canada.
Oh, yeah. So there's only one number right now. All right.
Oh, no.
5 seconds, you guys. Okay, there's another number. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Give people more time if it's taking them a while.
I just put stop, so we'll work with the 2 numbers that are there. So did Siri come up with a number?
All right, I have to ask Siri now.
Okay.
Well, it's only 2 numbers, then okay. I was gonna, with that few people, I would change it, but not. Maybe they picked a higher number. Okay. Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 30. Okay, she didn't. It's 24.
Oh, okay. She picked 24. So the closest number is Miss P. Because she's 29.
Who? Wait, she picked 29?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had to nod over, but since there was just so few people, then no, okay.
Celeria won.
Oh, can you give me her address information? Like you could send it to me on Instagram.
Okay, or can she send it to you?
If we're in touch on Instagram, I don't know if we are. Like, because if she's in touch with you, then
I could. That's fine. Celeria, if you could IG me a mailing address, and I will forward it to Artfully Blind Diana. You guys definitely missed out on the treat if you didn't at least participate. So congratulations, Celeria.
Congratulations, Celeria.
I hope you enjoy it. I hope you frame it up. Are you gonna sign the back of it or the front?
I signed the back and write what it is. Write what it's saying. It's mixed media and the date. Mixed media. I say what the medium is, and the medium is mixed media, and I write the date. But I sign my full signature on the back, and then on the front, I do put some type of initials or signature on the front.
That is so dope. Girl, you better enjoy that. Okay, Barb, sorry about that. Oh, she put it in the chat. Diana.
What she put her address?
Yeah, the P.O. box. Do you see it?
Oh, I can take a screenshot of it. Hold on.
Yeah. Let me see.
Oops.
I think
Hold
I put
on.
the link in wrong for the
I had it up for Siri. Okay. Okay, God, I took a screenshot of it. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, so she has 2 channels?
Yeah, she has Celeria Perryman. That's the author channel. And then Eating with Miss Pete. Well, I'm making stuff up. I don't know if that's the author channel, but she is an author. I have her book. I have her book. And she does have the eating channel, Eating with Miss Pete. Oh, that's so nice. She said that's her first win.
Oh, that's great. It was your first win.
That is amazing. Like, you don't understand. I'm smiling from ear to ear. Let me come back on camera real quick. You see, I got so comfortable sitting behind stage. I was like, ooh, I was just sitting behind stage all basking in happiness. Okay. That is amazing. Diana, I appreciate you so much for coming on Hello World.
Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate you too.
And everything that you've done for me, my company, I really do appreciate it. I'm thankful. I'm glad that our paths crossed.
Yeah.
This was a good live. I hope that anybody who came in and out, or will see it in a replay, that you guys will appreciate it, and that you'll find comfort in the design that you just made. I know I was just sitting there like this. This was my face the whole time, Diana.
Well, let me say.
I was like this the whole time, like, ooh. I really was. I was all in the camera. But yeah. Do you have any last remarks or inspiration? Actually, I'm going to put you back on full screen. If you can tell people again, to remind them what you have going on, how they can follow you, all your platforms and all that good stuff, and mostly and most important, give them a little word of encouragement. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm not that active on Twitter, but okay, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. But on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, those 3, I'm Artfully Blind with Diana. So I have the same name on those 3: Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. But on Facebook, I'm Diana Art. So that's easy to remember. And I think I do have a business page. I hardly ever use it. I think I'm Artfully Blind with Diana on that business page. I guess I don't post enough to that one, but oh yeah, on Sunday I started it's a video. Last week it was a video. I started a new art series called Serenity Art Sunday, and last Sunday it was a video, and this coming Sunday it's going to be a live stream, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will be doing art, and it could be follow along art, but it's also going to be some other things, like people can relax by watching me create art, but and it's going to be people. I don't know how it's going to go. It's going to be the first Serenity Art Sunday live stream, and we're going to see how it goes. And the overarching theme is healing art, meditative art, spiritual art. So yeah, that's what, and I guess that's going to be. I don't know if that's going to be continue as a live stream, or sometimes I'll make a video, but it is going to be every Sunday. But when it's a live stream, it's always going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel. And for encouraging words, one thing is I like to say, there's a quote that I came up with. Oh, yeah, you have your book of quotes. I have a quote I came up with. You don't need to see 2020 to have artistic vision. So that's one thing.
I like it.
And I don't know, I'd encourage people whenever they're going through something rough, and wow, I guess a lot of people are going through things that are rough in 2020. Yeah, you don't need to do it alone. You don't need to tough things out alone. I think reaching out for help, to other people, reaching out to God. I mean, come on, like that's a big part in my life of my spirituality, of God helping me through. God's helped me through, and people have helped me, like a therapist helped me through, friends have helped me through, and so that's what I say about when you're going through rough times. Doing everything you can to help yourself if you're going through rough times, and then when you can help others, that's a great thing too.
I know that's right. Well, Diana, I appreciate you so much, and you encouraged me, and I'm sure you've encouraged a lot of people. You made at least one person really happy tonight. Miss eating with Miss P, since this is her first time winning something, so at least that much.
That's awesome.
But guys, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and this was my wonderful guest. You can just say your name.
It's Artfully Blind with Diana, and my first name is Diana.
Mm-hmm. And we are signing out on another episode. You got to say it with me. Hello.
Hello, world.
Yes. Bye, guys.